No money, terrible weapons, and barely any space in your satchel. Chapter 2 of Red Dead Redemption 2 brings with it a vast open world to explore, and you probably can't wait to get out there. But there are 5 key things you need to do first on every playthrough so you can get the most out of the game from the beginning. Whether you're intending to jump straight into story missions or spend hundreds of hours exploring, this guide will help you get off to the best start. Number 1, get rich. So first things first, you'll want to get enough money to pick up some nice weapons, stock up your ammunition, and upgrade your camp. You could rob people for money and valuables, but if you're aiming for a high honor playthrough, that's something you will want to avoid. Instead, there are 3 easily accessible gold bar locations that you can access straight away when you start Chapter 2. The first is at the nearby town of Limpany, just a little way from your camp at Horseshoe Overlook. The town seems to have been abandoned years ago, but the old sheriff has left a little something behind. Head to this area just under the eye in Amberino. Between the rocks, you will find an opening into a cave. And inside, you'll find these strange statues. Look closely, and you will see that the statues are each holding out a different number of fingers. Press the buttons on the corresponding statues, and this smaller statue in the middle will open up to reveal your winnings. Now, last place I'm going to take you is a little trickier to access. Head to the bottom of this rail bridge just east of Window Rock, and you will find an old derailed train. This carriage that's leaning up against the rock is the one you want to get into. Now, I've seen some really long and unnecessary ways that people get to this train carriage.
Oh, brother.
But literally, all you need to do is climb up through this gap between the rocks and jump across the gap. Once you're in the carriage, pick up your gold bars and the rest of the loot. And then simply jump out the window. Now you have your pockets full of gold. What do you do with it? You can't sell gold bars at the general store, so you need to head to the fence. Just outside the town of Rhodes, you will find this guy. Sell your gold bars and any other loot or valuables you might have acquired so far, and while you're here, I recommend picking up some dynamite and a lock breaker.
I just hope nobody's missing this too much.
And just like that, you're all cashed up. But if you want even more gold, you can head to this location to obtain your first treasure map by completing the All That Glitters Stranger mission.
Don't understand this at all. Best of luck.
Follow the clues to find treasure, and more maps, and more treasure. Number 2, get better weapons. You'll start out Chapter 2 with only a handful of weapons. A bow, a carbine repeater, a sawn-off shotgun, and Arthur's trusty cattleman revolver. While this loadout is usable, it leaves a lot to be desired.
I worry you've pickled yourself so good you'll live forever.
Picking up some more powerful and accurate weapons now will make shootouts easier, which is important for completing some of the story missions you will soon be tackling. While you're here, you may like to buy some weapons with your wad of cash. After making your purchases, head down the side of the store and you will find this man trapped in the basement. Head back into the gunsmith and aim your gun at him to coerce him to take you down to the basement.
I want to see what's in that basement of yours. Show me. Right now.
After rescuing the man, make sure you rob the gun case to obtain the Lancaster repeater. If you don't mind losing some honor, you can also take the opportunity to grab some free ammo. But if someone spots you, be ready to run out the back door before the law turns up. Next, head back to Valentine and visit the doctor's office, but don't just walk straight in through the front door.
Open up. Here. Now you go keep the people safe.
Better all be there.
Yeah.
I'll be back to check on you tomorrow.
This will allow Arthur to uncover a backroom business run by the O'Driscolls.
Don't treat folks who cover up their identity.
Again, you're going to threaten the shopkeeper to get access to the back room.
Hey, open up! It's me! I brought some food and whiskey for you fellers.
Once inside, shoot all the O'Driscolls before they can shoot you. From here, you need to act pretty quickly, because the lawmen are already on their way. Grab the cash on the table and loot the gun case to grab the Schofield revolver. Using the dynamite you bought at the fence earlier, blow up the safe for some more cash. Just make sure you move out of the way before it blows up.
Oh, brother.
Once you're done, hightail it out of there. These new weapons should be enough for now, but if you'd like to really bulk up your arsenal, there are a few locations you can visit. By far the easiest of these is Watson's cabin, up north of Strawberry. All you have to do is walk in, head down to the basement, and grab the semi-automatic shotgun.
About damn time. They said you'd be through 2 days ago.
The old lady will get mad, but she is apparently unarmed and won't hurt you.
Take that, you son of a bitch!
Another good shotgun can be found at Shapewater, a little homestead up in the northern part of the map. This time, you will need to fight your way through a family of inbred hillbillies to get to the weapon you're seeking. Once you've cleared the area, head into the house and climb up into this loft to loot the gun case. The next shotgun can be found far northwest of the map, in a place called Manito Glade. The man who lives here does not like visitors.
I said, get out of here! Go away!
Shoot him and loot him to get his rare shotgun. A few more good weapons can be found in some of the early story missions. We'll walk through one of these in the next part of the video. As a bonus tip here, if you have already completed the first Master Hunter challenge, you can purchase an offhand holster from the trapper, allowing you to wield 2 handguns simultaneously. Number 3, essential story missions. If your main goal in the early game is to explore the open world, you might not want to complete too many story missions too early, but in my opinion, these ones are essential to get off to a good start, and I'm going to explain why. Polite Society, Valentine Style.
I was thinking.
Yeah, does it pay well?
This mission needs to be completed in order to unlock some of the other missions that I'm going to mention.
You get to think all day.
To get started, simply go speak to Uncle in camp. He will take you and the girls into town, and various things will happen that serve as an introduction to some of the girls in the gang.
I don't much like being saved, but when I have to be.
I understand.
Once you've completed this mission, you can head on to Americans at Rest. Since you're already in Valentine, it makes sense to complete this mission next. And again, its only purpose is to unlock subsequent missions.
Exactly. Yes, he's a pussy cat. Ain't that so, Arthur?
Head into the saloon and speak to Javier to get started. At the end of this mission, after winning a bar fight, Arthur will run into Dutch and Trelawney, who announce that they think they know where Sean is.
Josiah Trelawney. The very same.
This brings us to our next mission. The first shall be last. Head into Blackwater and meet up with Javier and Charles. Trelawney will also turn up and explain to you how you are going to rescue Sean from the bounty hunters who have captured him. When you get back on your horse, be sure to equip your bow.
We can't be rescuing people from some federal prison. We either rescue him now or cut him loose.
The pivotal part of this mission, and the reason it makes my early completion list, is when Arthur and Javier sneak up on these bounty hunters. If they spot you before you kill them, then they will drop regular repeaters that are of no interest to you. However, if you stealth kill the one on the right with your bow, he drops the bolt-action rifle, arguably one of the best rifles in the game, which you ordinarily wouldn't get until much later. Finish out the mission and head back to camp.
You know, nothing means more to me than this gang, the bond we share. It's the most real thing to me. I would kill for it, I would happily die for it. But in spite of all of that, I would have easily left you here to rot if Charles hadn't stopped me.
Exit, pursued by a bruised ego.
What are you hunting? An elephant?
In this mission, Hosea takes Arthur to get a new horse and then takes him camping. To start, simply go speak to Hosea. He will ask you to ride this gigantic Shire horse into town for him, where Arthur can then decide to sell, or stable the horse.
Easy, big feller.
My advice is to stable it. It is a good horse and you won't get an opportunity to get this particular horse again. Unfortunately, you can't take it with you right
I
now.
got some beauties in at the moment.
So choose another horse to buy and head out. Complete the mission, which will include a lesson in hunting legendary animals. At the end of the mission, Hosea will give you his legendary animals map, which will come in handy later.
It's a map. A man in a bar gave it to me. Well, I stole it from him, but that's another story.
Hunting legendary animals allows you to craft trinkets which give you stat bonuses, among other perks.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Money lending and other sins. You should now be able to complete this mission by finding Strauss in camp and speaking to him. He will ask Arthur to go and collect some debts, the locations of which will be marked on your map.
I'm here for money. Money.
Go collect at least one of these, and return to camp where you will be able to place the money in Dutch's collection tin. This mission also unlocks the ledger, which will allow you to begin upgrading your camp. At this point in the game, if you have collected all the gold bars I showed you earlier, you should have enough money to complete most of these camp upgrades already.
How did you get on, Herr Morgan?
Called in on the smallholder, Roble. Didn't even speak English.
Number 4. Upgrade your camp. Upgrading Dutch's tent will give you the ability to upgrade Arthur's tent, which will in turn unlock fast travel. Next, upgrade Pearson's wagon, and you will get better food supplies and higher quality stew. Upgrading Strauss's wagon will give you improved tonics and medicines. Purchasing the horse station will allow you to change out your horse from camp without having to go to a stable. A chicken coop will improve the quality of Pearson's stew. And finally, leather working tools will allow Pearson to craft various upgrades, including, most importantly, satchel upgrades. Number 5, get a better satchel. So, with everything else completed, the last essential thing that I strongly recommend you do early is craft the Legend of the East Satchel. Your base satchel doesn't hold a lot, and once you're out exploring and hunting and collecting, you will find that it doesn't cut it. The Legend of the East Satchel is unlocked by crafting all the other satchel upgrades. This satchel increases your carrying capacity for every type of item. In my next video, I will provide you with an in-depth guide to crafting the Legend of the East Satchel as quickly as possible, so hit subscribe if you don't want to miss it. And there you have it, the best start to your next Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. Thanks for watching!
Okay, I'll catch you later then.